So it's the morning of my hearing, and I wanted to just document the emotional turmoil that happens with these things, and I wanted people to understand who haven't experienced it, but also people who do experience it. I want to help them to feel like they're not alone. So I've been up since probably about 4:30, not really slept very well, just kind of thinking about it, running things over in my mind, feeling agitated. Last night, spending time with the children and Dean, not really feeling like I'm fully there or engaged. And this is probably the best that I've felt in all of my hearings, if I'm being honest. So it sounds pretty bad, but actually probably the best I've felt. And I think that that's because I feel like I've taken control of the narrative, and I am talking about it, and like I keep saying, because of the masses of support that I've had through this process, and that we're moving this campaign through really excitingly, I've got to say, and I can't wait to talk more about that in the next few weeks. But what didn't help was yesterday I got an email around 8 o'clock from the NMC. Unusual, isn't it? People working that late in the NMC. And the email that I got was relating to some of the evidence that is supposed to be being submitted today. So in the summer, after my whistleblowing, I also I submitted a formal complaint. There's lots of processes that you have to go through with the NMC in order to get additional support and for additional people to look at this. So I put a formal complaint in. And one of the complaints was that my references have been overlooked. I had 15 references, character references from really senior people across the UK, clinicians, and they weren't looked at. And I wanted to understand why that wasn't even taken into consideration. The NMC came back to me about 2 weeks ago, a week ago, and said they've never had sight of that they didn't see that at my first hearing. I mean, that information has just got lost somewhere along the way, and it wasn't, the initial panel didn't see it. So I wrote to them and said, I need to understand how you can lose these submissions. They're sent electronically, and I want them part of this process. I also requested in August the original images of part of my case, because I wanted to understand more information about them. Something quite serious it looks like has happened with those, and I've been waiting, chasing that. And then yesterday I sent an email and said, you haven't sent me this information, it's imperative for my hearing tomorrow. And I got an email back to say you're not entitled to that. Oh, and also we did see those references, so I don't know where you got that information from. So I corresponded back at 5:30, thinking I'm probably not going to hear anything, and said, no, I need them. We need them for tomorrow. We need assurance around this. And I got an email at 8 o'clock to say, oh, I'm off tomorrow, but I'll chase it up on Thursday. So basically, I was told, you're not going to have what you need. You're not going to have what you're entitled to. And I'm off tomorrow. So good luck with that. So you can understand the absolute mess that goes on at best, or the vindictive and malicious behaviour that happens at worst. Maybe somewhere in between, who knows. But it all adds to the agitation, and it all adds to the stress. And it's something that I wanted to document and talk about, because when you are already humming at a level of anxiety through this process that goes on for years, you get these spikes in this emotion at these times, and it's not very nice.